Hello the internet, Andy here for What Culture Wrestling, and we are now just a few days away from what could possibly be WWE's wackiest show of the year, the Greatest Royal Rumble. Even though it may lack the build in certain areas of the card, this is a WrestleMania caliber lineup. But for most people, it's going to be all about the titular match. This may not end up being the greatest Royal Rumble ever as it's been billed, but it's certainly the biggest, with 50 wrestlers set to enter. This thing is absolutely huge. It could run for 90 plus minutes, and there are a lot of spots to fill. Now, the company's vast talent pool makes picking out each individual one pretty difficult, but let's give it a bash anyway. So let's begin with the names WWE have already announced, and there are quite a few, so bear with us here. So to start, we've got Goldust, Sin Cara, Mojo Rawley, Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, Titus O'Neil, and Apollo Crews. 7 guys, all of whom are going to be cannon fodder. So to take us up to 10 then, we have all 3 New Day members, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. None of them are going to win, but maybe we'll get a fun escape spot from Kingston. At number 11, there's Big Show making what could well be his last ever Royal Rumble appearance. At 12, the revitalised Dolph Ziggler. And at number 13, Baron Corbin, who eliminated Braun Strowman in 2017 and did precisely nothing this year. Cool. Speaking of Strowman, we already know he's going to be involved, and he should really be considered a favourite here. If he wins, WWE don't have to throw him into the title picture because there's no contendership stipulation attached, so it's a great chance to give him a big victory without messing up their plans. For another couple of entrants, we've got Elias, who certainly won't be winning, but we might get another one of those fun mid-rumble concerts like the one he pulled out in January. Then there's Bobby Roode, who might be a suitable candidate for victory, but a frustrating elimination further teasing the heel turn that he hinted at on Raw might make more sense. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will both be involved, but so will their boss Kurt Angle, who can't wait to punch these two in the face. Expect fireworks when they inevitably get together. Another authority figure who'll definitely be in the match is Shane McMahon, who was quietly announced on Raw. Expect him to put forth one of his typical Super Shane performances, further purveying him as the hardest man in the company against all odds. Now, Mark Henry and Randy Orton were confirmed last night as well. Given that one is still among WWE's biggest stars and the other guy just got inducted into the Hall of Fame and has been farting around in the desert on Instagram all week, neither should be considered a surprise. Then there's Chris Jericho, who as a freelancer might be the most exciting name so far. He had a lot of buzz at the start of the year, but a New Japan run doesn't seem to be on the horizon anymore, so it'll be extremely interesting to see what he does in Saudi Arabia. And finally, there's Daniel Bryan, who doesn't exactly have a happy history when it comes to Royal Rumble matches, but a big win here would really pop the crowd, and it could be just what he needs after being cleared to return to the ring just a few months ago. So with those confirmed names out of the way, let's get speculative. WWE recently held tryouts in Saudi Arabia, and they were teasing on their own website that one member of that tryout may be inserted into the match. So there's your number 25. Now, it's a long list of unknowns, but a lot of them have previous wrestling experience, and there's a couple of former mixed martial artists in there, so whoever gets the nod should acquit themselves well, though I don't think they'll be winning. Let's get a couple more big fellas involved. How about Big Cass and Drew McIntyre, both of whom are still settling into their new homes on Raw and SmackDown, but look set for big pushes regardless. Tellingly, there are a bunch of tag teams who are on the poster, but haven't yet been announced for the match, so let's throw Breezango, Rhino and Heath Slater, and my bald brothers Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows into the match to take us up to 33. Another group we can probably throw in there is all 4 wrestlers currently set to face for the Intercontinental title on Friday night. So that's The Miz, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe. They'll be doing double duty, but the match could probably use their star power, and they're too big to exclude. Assuming he isn't too badly buried by The Undertaker in their casket match, we're going with Rusev for number 38, Jinder Mahal for number 39, and if they're going to fly their valets over there, let's throw Aiden English and Sunil Singh into the match as well. Now, he may be a 53-year-old white guy named Terry from Staten Island, New York, but Sabu was originally supposed to be a Saudi Arabian gimmick, so let's throw him into the match as well, provided he can still walk, of course. What we really need now is some NXT representation. So for spots number 43 and 44, let's go for Adam Cole, who appeared in the Men's Royal Rumble in January, and Ricochet, who's still getting his feet wet in the developmental brand, but is already making major waves. It has been rumoured that Bobby Lashley might be added to the Intercontinental title match as well, but let's throw him in the Rumble because he's going to get a big push this year and it'd be weird not to have him there. On top of this, Rey Mysterio and the Great Khali have been advertised a lot over the past couple of weeks, and the company officially named them last night, so they're in too. That leaves us with just 3 big spots to fill, so how about this? John Cena, Triple H, and Hulk Bloody Hogan. Now that last one is a hard sell, as there are a lot of people who still don't want to see Hogan back in the company ever again. But wouldn't bringing him back before a crowd away from America, who will likely be a lot kinder to the Hulkster than, say, Chicago, be the most WWE thing in the world? I wouldn't bet against it. So there we have it, 50 wrestlers to fill 50 spots, some of whom will definitely be total bollocks, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? Anyway, let us know who you think will show up in the Greatest Royal Rumble down in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, I've been Andy for What Culture Wrestling, and I'll see you later.
Well done, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Now, I'm not just here to increase our market share with women aged 18 to 35, but to tell you to watch one of these other videos we've made that are probably quite good. So, go on, off you, that one or that one, they're both good. There you go.